Good morning. Today is the feast day of St. Katherine Drexel, and the Catholic.org is the source of this reflection. Catherine was born on November the 26th, 1858 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the second child born to the wealthy and prominent banker Francis Anthony Drexel and his wife, Hannah Langstroth. Catherine was only 5 weeks old when her mother died. In 1860, Catherine's father married Emma Bouvier, and in 1863, they had a daughter named Louisa. The Drexels were devout Catholics who practiced their faith by praying and using their financial resources to help those in need. Catherine witnessed her father praying for 30 minutes every day. Her stepmother opened their doors to house and care for the poor. Her parents gave food, clothing, and rent assistance to those in need. When needy women were too afraid or too proud to come to their door, the Drexels sought them out. Catherine and her two sisters were educated by private tutors, and the family traveled extensively throughout the United States and Europe. Catherine made her social debut in 1879, but she never let her family's wealth affect the way she lived her life and her faith. A turning point came in Catherine's life when she watched her stepmother suffer with terminal cancer for 3 years. She learned that money could not shelter one from pain and suffering, and she developed a passionate love for God and neighbor. She was especially interested in the spiritual and material well-being of Black and Native Americans. In 1884, traveling in the western states with her family, she saw the poor condition of the Native Americans, and she wanted to help them. Catherine received spiritual direction from Father James O'Connor, a Philadelphia priest. When Catherine's father died, she and her sisters gave money to assist the St. Francis Mission of South Dakota's Rosebud Reservation. Catherine and her sisters realized that more was needed than money to help the Native Americans. They needed people. In 1887, while touring Europe, the three Drexel sisters were given a private audience with Pope Leo XIII. They asked him to send missionaries to help with the Indian missions. The Pope looked at Catherine and suggested she become a missionary. After speaking with Father O'Connor, Catherine decided she would give her life and her money in service to God for both Native Americans and African Americans. In 1889, Catherine entered the Sisters of Mercy convent in Pittsburgh. On February 12, 1891, she made her first vows, taking the name Mother Catherine. In 1894, she opened the first mission boarding school called St. Catherine's Indian School in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Other schools quickly followed for Native Americans west of the Mississippi River and for Blacks in the southern United States. In 1897, Catherine asked the friars of St. John the Baptist Province of the Order of Friars Minor to help staff a mission for the Navajos in Arizona and New Mexico. In return, she helped finance their work with the Pueblo Native Americans. In 1910, she financed the printing of 500 copies of a Navajo English Catechism of Christian Doctrine for the use of Navajo children. In 1915, Catherine founded Xavier University in New Orleans, the first Catholic university in the United States for African Americans. By the time of her death on March 3, 1955, Catherine Drexel had more than 500 sisters teaching in 63 schools throughout the country. And she had established 50 missions for Native Americans in 16 different states. Katherine Drexel was beatified on November the 20th, 1988 by Pope John Paul II. Katherine Drexel became the second American-born saint to be canonized when she was canonized by Pope John Paul II on October the 1st, 2000. Amen.